When I say to you, setting goals are a waste of time, what do I mean? Well, let me explain. At the time of this recording, I've been doing this for 38 years, and what I noticed is that people will establish goals, and it doesn't always mean it's just around the New Year's time of the year. They'll set goals throughout the year in their personal life, they'll set goals in their financial life, and obviously the nature of our business is we're very athletically driven. So we see a lot of goals and ambitions that are established to, let's do something big athletically. So what do I mean when I say that goals are useless? Well, the reason why I say that goals are useless is think of one that you've established in the last 12 months. If you stop and you think about what that goal is and you look at where you're at right now, has the goal really changed? If I were to gamble with you, I would say that your goal has not changed in the last 12 months. So let's stop and think about why do I personally believe that goals are useless? Because goals never really change. We all want to be leaner. We all want to be stronger. We all want to have bigger bank accounts. We all want to, if athletics are your thing, we all want to be stronger and faster. Well, then why aren't you? Has the goals changed? No, the goals have not changed. What has become your biggest issue is frustrations. And that's the paradigm shift I'm hoping you'll think about in today's video. When you stop and think about where you're at today at the time of watching this video together, and you look at some of the goals that you may have established in the last 6, 12, or even 18 months or further, why didn't they manifest themselves? Well, more than likely, it's because too many frustrations started to stack up and the goal did not become a reality. Notice I did not use the word give up. So for example, you may be trying to get out of financial debt, and it seems like as soon as you get some money saved up, your car breaks down, the air conditioner goes out, children need some money for school. That's called life, and I get it. I don't live in a glass house, and I don't want to insinuate that I do. What I do want you to focus on is I want you to stop and think about what is standing between where you're at and where you want to be. So for example, if we're going to divide and conquer your opportunity to become financially independent, what do we need to do? And I'm not saying that I'm going to answer that question for you. Everybody's in a different situation. Is it because there's too much month at the end of the money? Is it just because we keep running through Starbucks and spending $6 on a coffee? Each of you are going to have your own situations, but that's all I'm trying to encourage you to think about is the frustrations that are standing between where you're at and where you want to be. If we bring it back into our wheelhouse, which is more around the athletic side of things, let's just say for illustration purposes, you live here, you work 5 miles south of where you live, and your gym is 5 miles north of where you live. Do you see how that can become a frustration? You got to deal with traffic. You got to literally drive right past your house. And if the frustrations, if you think about it, I want you to think about somebody who's running 100 meters in the Olympics, and they're going to run the hurdles, or let's say 400 meters in the Olympic hurdles, right? You come out of the starting blocks, if you start to trip on the first one, what does that do to your momentum? It starts to have a negative impact. You hang a toe up on the second hurdle, what happens? By the time you get number 3, your rhythm, your momentum, everything is off, and so what happens? You stop. Notice I didn't say you quit, you stop. Why? Because the hurdles just simply slowed your momentum down, and we're only human. If we start to lose momentum, we become a little disenchanted. One of the things I always say to all of my clients is think about gravitational pull. The greatest amount of gravitational pull is when you first get started. That's why it's so important for you to write down what are the frustrations that have kept you from getting where you wanted to be. Interpersonal relationships, financial, athleticism, whatever it may be, make a list. And then what we want to do is we want to come up with a proactive approach to offset them. Maybe like using the gym illustration, maybe you spend a couple $100 and you get some stretch cords and a football and you put a gym in your house. It doesn't have to be anything sophisticated. Muscles just need to be exposed to some level of load. You can use stretch cords. You can do push-ups. You can do pull-ups. Grab a tree limb, do a pull-up. Just get creative. But the idea for this video is Frustrations are what I want you to focus on. No matter when you're watching this video, as soon as it's released or 5 years after it's been released, I always want you to stop and think about goals never change. We might tweak them a little bit here and there, but if you were to narrow down what most people want, they want good relationships, they want financial independence, they want to be healthy, they want to enjoy life. And then if you stop and you list everything that's kept you from making that desire a reality, well, that's where your frustrations are going to lie. Divide and conquer them. So hopefully that clarifies exactly what I mean when I say goals are useless. They're not actually useless. They're not very dynamic. They don't change very much. Focus on what's keeping you from where you want to be versus where you currently are. Be realistic. Don't try to jump the Grand Canyon. Just jump over the sidewalk. A little bit every day will get you to where you want in a shorter period of time. I want to sincerely thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you're not aware of it, we do answer a question every day here on YouTube. So please feel free to send something to me and my team and we'll dive into it. contact@coachrob.com. We're answering your questions every day. So again, thank you for watching this video today and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.